we started off that bracket with Princess Nokia with Hands Up and Tia Gotteslow with Strangers featuring Mykes. It's Dykes on Mykes here on 4ZZZ, also rebroadcast in Melbourne on Joy 94.9. Hello to everybody listening. We've got our special guests in here tonight. We're going to get a bit intellectual, which is sometimes hard for our old brains, but you know, the youth of today are so vibrant with ideas and things, and you know, this is a very fun thing that's coming up that's not only fun and interesting but also a little bit clever as well. So I am pleased to welcome in the studio Lysa and Phoebe. Hi. So let me get this right. Phoebe is one of the co-founders of an event called Here We Queer.
Yep, so we're a social group that runs around Brisbane and Toowoomba.
There you go.
And Toowoomba as well. That's awesome. I'll get more into that.
You shouldn't run in Toowoomba. Somebody will knock you off.
There's a lot of hills there.
There is a lot of hills there. There's a lot of conifers as well. Have you noticed that? Conifers, those trees?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Toowoomba's got a really...
It's the hometown. Got to go back every now and then.
I was wondering that when you said that.
And Lysa, you are a bit of an expert on something called the Russo Test. Tell us about your connection with that.
If anyone knows the Bechdel test from comic author Alison Bechdel, it's kind of like the queer version of that. So it goes into how queer people are represented on cinema and on TV.
Yeah.
And so I was interested in it because obviously I'm a queer woman and I really enjoy watching things with queer people in it, and I just wanted to learn a bit more about how they're represented.
So when you say representation, does somebody get a tick in the box for chucking a lesbian on the screen and then she dies after in the first 10 minutes?
Well, it's a
which is a bit of a problem, isn't it?
It is a bit of a problem, absolutely.
Yes. I've got it here to pass the Russo test.
Pass the Russo test. So to pass the Russo test, you need a character who is identifiably LGBT+, who is not defined by their sexuality or their gender. So that can't be the only thing that we know about them.
You have to actually have a job or something. Oh, wow.
We have to know something a little bit more about them than that. And also, what's the last one? They have to matter to the plot. So if their removal actually impacted the plot, then that would be the last thing that passes the Russo test.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I've got meaning that they're, to look at your own website, meaning that they're not just there for colourful commentary or like perhaps to set up a punchline. That character should actually matter.
So it can't just be a giant Mardi Gras parade coming down the street in the middle of a romantic dinner between the female and male lead, and they go, correct. Oh, look at that parade.
Yeah.
And then they get back to talking about their serious life issues.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm getting this. Wow, who would have thought? So, Phoebe, tell us about this social group and running around Toowoomba. You're from Toowoomba?
Yeah, so me and my co-founder Tayla, who runs around and does our photography and design.
Lucky you, Tayla.
She's a very hard worker.
Said she doesn't speak.
She's not here.
I heard her.
She's behind the scenes. I guess the exciting stuff in the front of the scenes. So we looked at our hometown and looked at what happened when we were growing up, and there was nothing for us to do to meet other queer people. So when we wanted to make events for queer folk, especially young queer folk, we had to go back to Toowoomba first. So we've probably been out for about 6 months doing stuff like this. We've been to Toowoomba twice so far, and we've been progressively kind of weaving ourselves into the Brisbane market and seeing what we can do up here.
And so you decided to go back to do it in Toowoomba before you did it in Brisbane?
Yeah, that was kind of like a big thing for us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, returning to the hometown, even though we were...
That's quite socially responsible. That's quite socially responsible, though.
Oh, thank you.
In a self-destructive way, but
But we were blown away by how many people came to our first event. It was incredible. We worked with the USQ Pride group, who was so helpful with getting us a room and getting us sorted. And we had a couple speakers, and then to have like at least 30 people show up.
Yeah,
like,
that's really
where
cool.
were you guys before?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
But one of the things that we do at Here We Queer is that we are really open about the fact that everyone is invited.
Yeah.
So all of our straight allies are welcome to come to, and we really actually encourage it.
Tell us now that you're going to do something here in Brisbane at
the
Borough in Russell Street in West End, in central West End.
January the 30th.
And it is, so it's
Wednesday night.
Yes.
You have to support us and wear pink because it's on Wednesday. So on Wednesday.
On Wednesday we wear pink, which is actually a hint to what you're doing for the next film, the first film showing.
It is.
Classic.
So it's not actually a showing. What it is
I haven't read that correctly then.
It's
Have I?
a panel-based
Oh, that's
discussion.
right, a panel. Yes.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we've called it Queer as Film Club. And so what we're going to be doing is having a panel-based discussion with, I'll be the host and Phoebe will be my special guest for the first one, and if more she wants to. And we'll also have other special guests along, so to talk about the movies and talk about whether these movies pass the Russo Test and how well they do in terms of representation of queer people.
Because I can't remember his name, but there was the semi-main offshoot character in Mean Girls, which is what we're discussing. One of the movies being discussed. But I'm thinking, would he pass? Because he was just the gay friend.
So we'll have to find
I
out.
know. And
Well played.
the gay bestie.
Well played, girls.
Oh,
Well
okay.
played.
I'm gonna have to watch it and like check what his other components to the film were.
And I'll ask you both this separately because I think you might answer it differently. You probably don't. What has inspired you? So, Phoebe, I know you come from Toowoomba, but you live in Brisbane now, right?
Yeah, I escaped a couple of years ago.
Did, okay. But your first event you went back and did in Toowoomba, and obviously there was something that said to you, there might be people in Toowoomba that would appreciate a social group. But what made you want to continue to pursue the doing this event, social group event, and it's quite an intellectual pursuit. It's not a party, it's not Yahoo drinking and having DJs. It's let's have a panel discussion about a film.
Yeah.
What inspired you to put something on here in Brisbane?
Well, I think mostly personal level. I'm not a clubbing person, and as much as those events at the Beat and the Fluffies can be great nights out, they were never for me, and I was being dragged along to a lot of them, and I was like, can we please have some other events around that I'm actually going to
Let's read a book and have a cup of tea.
let's watch a movie and discuss it, so you can tell I'm super exciting at parties. And that was really how it came about. And I think the other thing was that for Tayla and I, who's my co-founder, we were having so much fun just interacting with other queer people and in a sense kind of offering our services. So when Lysa had the Russo Test blog come up and she's talking about getting events going, it was like, well, let's set it up for you. Let me give you all that I have at my disposal. Let's share.
Which is a lot. I'm bowled over by how much Phoebe knows and how experienced she is already, and you're so young and you've already got this amazing thing behind you, so I'm really excited to
sneaky. I just collect everyone's contact details. If you call me once, I will save it and I will call you up and be like,
right. Remember when you gave me that number? But I want to say I love that idea because when I go and see a great film, whether it's a queer-based film or otherwise, I really love, I find I'll go home and I'll look up the thing, see what people have to say about it, and especially if it's one that's really grabbed me, I often really want to talk about it with other people. So I think it's a great concept to kind of share what you've got from things with other people.
Yeah, and we really hope that people are going to jump on board for it and that they're going to want to come and join the discussion and put their hand up and be like, I challenge you on that notion. This is my interpretation.
And Lysa, what has brought you to the land of the Russo Test and doing your blog?
My main interest and my main inspiration for doing the Russo Test blog is the Bechdel cast. It's a podcast about the Bechdel test, and I just mainlined every episode last year. They'd done 2 years of it, and I started listening to it, and I just mainlined every episode. And then I was like, there's got to be something for queer people, and I looked it up, and there is. Yeah. And then I was like, I have to do something like this. And then the only thing I had at my disposal was my laptop and the written word. So I combined them, and here we are today. And then Phoebe was so inspired by my blog because it's amazing, and you should all read it.
It is my favorite blog.
And she
How do we read your blog?
The russotest.wordpress.com.
Okay,
so
cool.
RUSSO Test. The Russo Test.
And I have popped the link on our Facebook page already, which was the direct link to your blog, which explained what we were saying, like the ways in which a film could pass the test.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
people can go to that direct link and then they'll be in your beautiful blog.
Yeah, there are definitely spoilers for every movie. So it goes into the synopsis of the movie and then I talk about how the queer characters are represented. Often if the queer characters aren't the main character, I will skip over the main parts of the film and just talk about the queer parts because that's what I'm really interested in.
And did you have a film background or other than just being passionate about films?
I wouldn't even call myself particularly passionate about films.
Just passionate about queers.
Just passionate about queers, yeah. I have a bachelor's degree in English literature and writing.
Yeah,
so it's film adjacent, sort of.
And you've been able to combine obviously the two passions, like the creative writing and your interest in your own community, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. So if people want to come along on January 30th, what do they do?
Well, if you want to rock up at the Borough around 7 p.m. We also really have to say that we're sponsored by Hill Cider. So there's going to be a limited edition keg of apple and cherry cider available at the Borough just for the night.
Sounds very Mean
until it
Girls-ish,
runs out,
apple and cherry.
Yes.
Hopefully it's
I
pink.
think Bec will pop in for a cider and then come to radio drunk.
Because I'm not going to.
No, we'll
be on the
get there early. So just to clarify, because you just said 7, but on your Facebook, I think it shows 6 p.m.
Is it 6?
It's 6.
So rock up, that's what I'm saying. So if we rock up, nerds, right there, 6 p.m. Try a cherry cider, and then we'll pop in and do the show. So 6 p.m. and then the panel discussion will.
Yeah, we might have a bit of a settle in, and then we should hope to get on the way by 6:30.
And it looks as though here it's also a free event. So if people want to come and be part of this, and maybe meet some new friends and also join in the discussion. And there's actually no cover charges.
Yeah,
so just bring themselves.
Yeah. We don't do that stuff with Here We Clear. We do it as free as we can. Always.
Fantastic. Great.
Amazing. So get along to the Borough, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, the 30th, for this event. We've posted the details on our Facebook page, Dykes on Mykes. Look it up. Look up the Here We Queer Facebook page as well, and like them up as well, so you can keep abreast of everything that's happening. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's been a pleasure, and we're going to go to a bit of Film of Plummet now. Dykes on Mykes here on Triple Z, rebroadcast on Joy 94.9 Melbourne.